In today's video, we're going to be predicting the 2020 NBA Draft. In other words, we're going to be doing a mock draft of the top 10 picks and who I believe each team will pick at that position. The NBA Draft is starting tomorrow, November 18 at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I feel making this video today, it just makes a lot of sense. So if you're a big NBA fan and is excited for the NBA Draft tomorrow, this video is perfect for you. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this mock draft video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, guys. I would really appreciate it. It would really help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's get into these draft predictions. The first pick in this year's NBA Draft will be going to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I believe at that pick, they will be choosing Anthony Edwards. There are so many rumors when it comes to this first overall pick, whether the Wolves are going to trade it away potentially for Devin Booker, trade it away potentially for another star to help D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns, but I believe simply drafting Anthony Edwards will just fill a role they've been missing. In this year's NBA Draft, Anthony Edwards is easily the best scorer, and with him being able to play the shooting guard and small forward position, the Wolves are looking for that. Last year in Georgia, he averaged about 19 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, and 2.8 assists, and playing alongside D'Angelo Russell, he'll have a great partner on the wing that could literally develop his NBA career. What's special about Anthony Edwards is that he has very long arms, which means he can be a great mobile defender, and if the Wolves can get that out of him, he'll just be an easy first overall pick and literally be a bang for the buck. Anthony Edwards to the Wolves, what do you guys think about that? For the second overall pick, I believe the Golden State Warriors will be drafting James Wiseman to be their future and starting center. When talking about this year's NBA Draft and talking about big men, James Wiseman is easily the best in this year's prospect list. He's a mobile big man who is actually very smart, has very high basketball IQ, and his rim protection ability is what the Warriors are looking for. What makes James Wiseman very special is that he is an athletic 7'1" player, has a 7'5" wingspan, and has a standing reach of 9'6". He reminds me of a more athletic DeAndre Jordan. In college, he averaged 19.7 points, 10.7 rebounds per game, and 3 blocks per game. James Wiseman is easily the best big man in this year's draft list, and with the Warriors looking for a big man, it's just a match made in heaven. There are multiple rumors out there that the Warriors could potentially be trading the second overall pick, but I'll be honest, I do see it most likely them keeping it. With the third overall pick in this year's NBA Draft, I believe the Charlotte Hornets will be drafting Lamelo Ball to accompany Devontae Graham and Terry Rozier. When talking about high-profile, box office players in this year's NBA Draft, Lamelo Ball is easily at the top of that list. He is definitely the most popular when it comes to name value and when it comes to social media, and his playing style of, a flashy playmaker, a tall facilitator, every NBA team would love someone like Lamelo Ball. With him being a 6'7" point guard, a tall point guard, a lot of people are comparing him to players like Magic Johnson, even his older brother Lonzo Ball, and I believe if LaMelo Ball can be in a position where he can be the starting point guard, run an organization, and be their franchise player, he'll definitely excel in that. The biggest question about LaMelo Ball is, can he develop into a consistent shooter, a consistent perimeter defender, a consistent on-ball defender? I believe if he works on these areas of his game, he'll definitely be a bona fide star in the NBA. With the fourth overall pick in this year's NBA Draft, I believe the Chicago Bulls will be drafting Deni Avdija from Israel, and he's probably one of the most popular targets this year as well. With him not being from America, Deni Avdija has been getting comparisons to MVP caliber player of Luka Doncic. With him being a two-way player at 6'10", Deni Avdija will be a great all-around presence for the Chicago Bulls, as they are looking for a small forward consistent player. He averaged 12.3 points last year in Israel, is a two-time champion in Israel, and with him already playing 100 pro games in Israel, NBA teams are confident that he's ready for the NBA. Denny Abdia at the number 4 spot. What do you guys think about that? With the 5th overall pick, I believe the Cleveland Cavaliers will be picking Obi Toppin to be their future and starting small forward. When talking about this year's NBA draft, Obi is easily one of the most complete offensive players in the NBA. He's the most experienced, probably the best college player when it comes to maturity, and with the Cleveland Cavaliers' young roster, I believe he'll fit right in. The Cavaliers do have a lock-in on their starting backcourt of Colin Sexton, of Darius Garland and Colin Sexton, and I believe Obi could easily play that small forward, power forward role in that starting lineup. With him averaging 20 points per game last year, 7.5 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks, Obi brings an all-around presence at that forward spot that the Cavaliers are looking for. There are multiple rumors out there that Obi could be going higher, but in my mock draft, I see him as the 5th spot, and that's the best case scenario. With the 6th overall pick in this year's NBA draft, I believe the Atlanta Hawks will be drafting Isaac Okoro, small forward, 6'6", 220 pounds, to play alongside Trae Young and John Collins. What's very special about Isaac Okoro is his defensive ability. That is what the Hawks are looking for. A player that can be their defensive identity, and Isaac Okoro fits that perfectly. He's a very athletic defender, a great on-ball perimeter and interior defender, and I believe this is just a no-brainer for the Hawks if he's available here. With the 7th overall pick in this year's NBA draft, I believe the Detroit Pistons should draft Patrick Williams, a 6'8" forward, and he's become a very popular opinion right now. What's very special about Patrick Williams is he brings a similar aspect of playing style that we see from OG Anunoby, the future of the Raptors. He's 6'8", 225 pounds, a very mobile defender, and is showing the NBA flashes of his three-point ability. I believe the Pistons are looking for a small forward talent, and I believe he could easily be that guy at that 7th spot in this year's NBA draft. Over the past few weeks, he's definitely increased, and some people say he could even be in the top 5. Patrick Williams to the Pistons, what do you guys think about that? With the 8th overall pick in this year's NBA draft, I believe the New York Knicks will be drafting Tyrese Haliburton, their future point guard, and this is a very popular opinion and something I do see happening if he's available. When talking about point guards in this year's NBA draft, Lamelo Ball is easily the best, but Tyrese Haliburton is right there, right behind him. Last year in Iowa State in 21 games, Tyrese averaged 15.5 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. He brings an all-around presence at that point guard position and brings a triple-double personality. With him being a top point guard and having a 7-foot wingspan and his ability to shoot is amazing, I believe this is a no-brainer for the Knicks. Tyrese Haliburton joining RJ Barrett. With the 9th overall pick in this year's NBA draft, I believe the Washington Wizards will be drafting Onyeka Okongwu to be their future center, especially on the defensive end. When talking about John Wall and Bradley Beal, they would love a big man that can pick and roll to the basket and be great, especially at that rim protection ability. Onyeka Okongwu is definitely the best shot blocker in this year's NBA draft, and with the Wizards looking for a dominant center that can be a great defender, Onyeka is a perfect target. When you look at his statistics of 10.2 points per game, 8.6 rebounds, 2.7 blocks per game, he's definitely a bona fide center that could potentially be a Clint Capella type of player in the NBA. He's getting a lot of comparisons to Bam Adebayo because of his mobility, and I do see him going to the Wizards a big possibility. And with the 10th overall pick in this year's NBA draft, I believe the Phoenix Suns will be drafting Devin Vassell, a small forward that will be perfect for their new look roster. Devin Vassell is one of the best 3-and-D players in this year's NBA draft. He's a high-volume defender, a high-volume floor spacer, shooter, and I believe the addition of Chris Paul, I believe the Suns are going to be looking for players that can spread the floor more often for this team. Devin Vassell is easily at the top of that list of NBA players that could develop into a consistent shooter, a primetime shooter. That's why I believe the Suns would definitely draft him at the 10th spot. But ultimately, guys, this wraps up my video for today on the NBA 2020 draft and my predictions on where the top 10 players will go. What's most important to me is I want to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me on this mock draft? Who do you guys think should be the top 10 pick? Put all your thoughts in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!